Alright, peace to you, man. How are you? Today I just want to make this quick video and I want to call out, not in any disrespectful or distful way, but I just want to call out a particular YouTuber who I've had my eye on for a while, and his name is Hamza Ahmed. And I've seen his channel for the last little bit. I saw him when he was not so popular, and now it seems that he's hitting his stride, and there's no beef or anything like that. I'm just making this video to call him and ask him and tell him if he wants to talk to me, because I'm telling you, and by the way, just quickly let me preface this. I'm not clout chasing. It's not because he's a popular channel. There's so many popular channels out there. I don't care to talk to them whatsoever. But specifically, I'd like to speak to you, Hamza, because I can see you and I are very, very similar. Very similar in our background, very similar in our mentality, but we have gone two different ways with how we approach things. From one former Pakistani cucked, loser, effeminate, emasculated dude who grew up in this Asian household that made him weak, to another former weak, emasculated, cucked Pakistani dude who grew up in an emasculating Asian house. From one guy to another who have very, very similar backgrounds, I want to call you because, and for those of you who don't know, Hamza Ahmed, he's a guy who makes self-improvement videos, so anything that would help men in the modern world, whether it be how to talk to women, dating advice, how to approach women, as well as how to work out, how to be masculine. He's a Pakistani guy who found his masculinity just like me. However, we've gone down two different roads. So for me, I've gone more towards that scriptural route where the biggest point that I disagree with Hamza on is that he seems to be okay with sleeping around with women, and he thinks that that's acceptable and that's okay, and that's a part of masculinity, and I totally disagree with that. And interestingly enough, with you, Hamza, I've seen that you've made a couple of videos, and by the way, I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a background. So what he does is always and it's very funny, his videos, I enjoy watching them. He'll always set up this dichotomy between the weakest man and the masculine man, the most masculine man, and he'll call the weak man Jeffrey and the masculine man Adonis. And if you watch his videos, it's always that dichotomy. So Jeffrey, he's like your normie. He's the guy who goes to college, he works, he comes home and masturbates and plays video games and eats his junk food and complains about how, his victimhood and all this crap. And then Adonis, he's the guy who, gets all the women. He's a muscular guy, the strong dude who built his body and his character up through years and years of trial and tribulation, years and years of struggling and fighting to improve himself.
Jeffrey hates everyone who goes to the gym. They're all gay. Why would they want to build muscle and look like a meathead, like those asshole chads who treat girls badly? I want a girl to love me for me. All these guys are cheating. Jeffrey sees you going to the gym. You're not gay in your workout clothes. You're gonna go get sweaty next to other guys. That's gay. Jeffrey leaves hateful comments on your shirtless pictures. He mocks you for trying to be more disciplined. But that's exactly what Jeffrey needs. He spends his days working in his dead-end job just so he can donate to titty streamers on Twitch. Yeah, that's it. Go to the donation board and bend over as you write my name. Write my name on your forehead. Yeah, that's the stuff. Jeffrey stinks. That's the life of a guy who doesn't get into fitness. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always been I was a pushover. I was so awkward around other people, especially girls, and I always felt like I wasn't good enough until I started lifting weights. It seems like the same thing happens to every other guy. You go from spending your time on video games or simping over girls, you get into the gym, you see visible progress on your body, you level up your discipline, and you finally get respect and love for yourself. I started weightlifting and it made me so positive. It showed me that progress was possible. You just gotta put in the work. So day in and day out, I'd learn more about fitness. I'd go lift and I'd come back and I'd watch body transformation videos on YouTube. I'd visualize myself with the perfect 10 out of 10 body. And this is what I look like now. I'm not there yet, but I'm so grateful for the progress that I've made. And please believe me when I say that whatever excuse that you've been using, either I or some other guy has went through it, you're not alone. Adonis has the ultimate male body. He looks like his body has been sculpted from marble by an artist. When Adonis walks down the street, all of the girls with boyfriends look at him. Hell, even their boyfriends stare at him. He instantly gets the respect of everyone. He's automatically the leader in every situation, but he wasn't always like this. Adonis has been through it all. He's been weak and scrawny. He's been slow and chubby. He went through the trials and tribulations of thousands of workouts to get to this point, but he never quits. One workout at a time, one set at a time, one rep at a time. Adonis powered through it all, skyrocketing his discipline to levels unimaginable to man. And Adonis believes that you can do it too. If it wasn't for fitness, for building this
and he'll always set up this dichotomy, and it's very funny. And interestingly enough, I seen Hamza, he made this video where he was talking about how Jeffrey undoubtedly, and I agree with him, because remember, Jeffrey on his channel, this character that he's made up, he is the epitome of weakness and failure. He said Jeffrey would undoubtedly be an atheist. He's one of these neo-atheist guys who's saying, oh, God doesn't exist, and I absolutely agree with that. And he said Adonis has a strong faith in God, this epitome of masculinity, and I agree with that.
You know what I realized? Jeffrey would be an atheist and Adonis would be religious. If you really think about those two characters, Jeffrey would definitely, absolutely be like the armchair Reddit atheist who hates religion, and religion causes wars and stuff. And Adonis would be a man of faith. He would believe in God. It seems so true that with those characters' ideas, that would be the case. And we've always wanted to emulate Adonis. And I don't want my...
And I think you mentioned in one of your videos, Hamza, that you said that you were formerly an atheist, or you're kind of an atheist, kind of not. You don't really know, but you're starting to doubt it because as you've entered this journey of self-improvement, you've decided to, or you're starting to see the weakness in atheism and quote-unquote secularism and the strength that comes with faith and scripturalism and dogmatically following the truth that God has given you. You're starting to see the masculinity in that. Your self-improvement journey has led you also into kind of dabbling in the spiritual realm as well. And I would love, man, I would love to talk to you about that. You and I are very similar, bro. Very similar. Just gone down two different paths. I could have very well gone down the path that you did, but I chose to go down a different route. Very much. And like I said, one emasculated cuck Pakistani who found his masculinity to another. You know, we're similar insofar as we're two Pakistani guys. We promote masculinity, leadership, not being ordinary, but being extraordinary. We call out this cancel culture crap. We call out this nonsense about, you know, how pretty much the entire system is made in a way where it is geared towards emasculating and making men weak and effeminate. Like, I remember you worded it so well in one of your videos. You said that pretty much we grow up, we go to school at the youngest age. As soon as we can start absorbing information, we get shipped off into a school where the young men are forced to sit in a chair, silent, keeping their mouths shut, utterly cucking them, and a white female obese teacher just yelling at you all day to stay still. And my wife is laughing right now because it's just, if you think about it, it's utterly effeminizing. And this kind of training that we've been given, it's the cause behind all of the weakness we see today, the weak men. You know, you go to school and you're yelled at by this just fat, ugly, obese female teacher. It makes you weak and emasculates you. And you worded that in a really well way. And on top of that, we're both highly physically fit. We like to train. We like to work out. You and I work out in the same way as well. I know that you, just like me, have developed a fond loving towards the gymnastic rings, and so have I. I loved it. That's what has built my body up. I gave up traditional weightlifting just for calisthenics-based bodybuilding. And I know you and I are very similar, man, very similar. And it would be, I think, not only good for me, but also great for you to talk to me. So that's why I'm putting this out here. You know, I've been there as well with being skinny fat and just being in awful shape. I've been there. I know the disrespect and the absolute, just how this world will trash you if you're like that. If you're an Indian or Pakistani or Bangladeshi or Sri Lankan, if you're an Indian subcontinent dude who's fat or skinny fat, this world just treats you like absolute garbage, absolute garbage. So I've been there. I know that. I've been there where I was trying to build up my body against these Indian subcontinent genetics, how hard it is to build muscle and how hard it is to keep fat off, specifically that lower abdominal area. It just seems to collect with us. I've been there in the change room where I see the white guys and the black dudes, and somehow like they don't even work out. They just like play soccer and they're ripped. They have abs and everything. But then you're just looking at yourself. You're like, what the heck is wrong with me? I'm working out day and night and nothing's going on. And then finally finding the key and making things work, the proper way to train, that high repetition, slow and controlled, muscle squeezing, calisthenics, body weight. I've been there, man. I've been through all the things that you have. But my course has been... My course has deviated away from yours, or perhaps I would more correctly term that as your course has deviated away from mine, which is not really my course, but it is a course of God. You went down what I would call the dark route, that red pilled, and you know you're just. I get it. You get a big ego boost, and it's not even just me saying this, by the way, to my viewers. Like he's admitted this himself. He gets a huge ego boost. He just loves sex outside of marriage so much. It just fills his ego. He enjoys. He feels like he's conquered something when he gets these women to give him what he wants. So we went down two different routes, but our beginnings are the same. And I'd love to have a discussion with you. God, faith, religion, why you've gone down the road you have, also why you believe the things that you do, and things like that. Also flat earth, conspiracy, your overall worldview. I'd love to have that. Not clout chasing or anything. I don't care about anybody else. I'm just specifically talking to you because you and I are so similar. You know, I'm 21 years old. You're, I think, 25, 26, maybe 27. We're in the same age group. We would have likely gone to the same high school or same college together, or maybe just 1 or 2 years apart, but we're very close to each other in our age, and our journey has been similar. And like I said, I would just love to talk to you. Let's go through verses of the Quran, any doubts that you may have, any reasons why you have been inclined towards atheism, and now you're starting to see the weaknesses. I'd love to go through the verses in the Quran with you and show you what the Word of God says. Not the traditional religion of Islam, bro. I know, you know what that's all about. You grew up in it, this traditional hadith and religion, that was in your home. You grew up in a Pakistani home, and that religion has utterly failed and emasculated you. I would love, man, it would be my great pleasure to show you what the Quran truly says, because that's what I've dedicated my life to studying. What the Quran says about the shape of the earth, what the Quran says about masculinity, femininity, what the Quran says about the male-female relationship, societal issues, and what the Quran says about how to reap blessings in your life. I would love to go through that with you, man. It would be my pleasure and my honor, because I feel like I'm talking to my older brother who lives kind of just an ocean away. That's what I feel like, because like I said, you and I are very similar, man, very similar. So yeah, if you're interested in that, please let me know and we can definitely arrange a time. I'll work around your schedule. फिर I guess मेरा channel के ऊपर आओ और हम थोड़ा सा बात करेंगे इंशाल्लाह. Anyways, that's really all I have to say in the matter. Just wanted to make this quick video calling out to Hamza. Like I said, when I look at you, when I see your videos, it's like I'm looking in a mirror. I'm looking at me. If I hadn't if I hadn't taken my oath to follow the Quran and be a generate and righteous and upright person, I would have gone down that road. When I look at you, it's like I'm looking in a mirror where I could have gone, and it's very interesting. I'd love to have a discussion with you. But anyways, men, that's really all I have to say on the matter. I hope this quick little me calling out Hamza was a blessing, and I hope that something comes out of it. Peace to you. Remember, deceit abounds, so keep your eyes wide open. Peace out.